What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel for episode number 4 of this Nottingham Forest rebuild, where we try to take Nottingham Forest from the Championship back to the Champions League like Brian Clough did back in the day. Well, in terms of their Champions League glories. In terms of things, we've been progressing nicely. The Christmas fixture list pile-up has happened. We kind of got through it. Since being in January, though, we've definitely had a better run of things, and we currently find ourselves in second again in the Championship. Let's jump into things, catch you up on what you've missed, and today we take on Barnsley in the last game of January 2021. Let's get into it. So, guys, you were last with me for the disappointing, ultimately, 2-2 draw against Brentford. We battled back from 2-0 down after having 𝘼𝙗𝙤𝙪 sent off at 1-0, and we managed to get a 2-2 draw at the City Ground. Since then, we beat Sheffield Wednesday at home, and then we suffered another defeat, 2-1 away to Millwall at the Den. Jed Wallace getting a goal in the 80th minute. 2 goals relatively late on in that one. Tom Bradshaw in the 76th, and then Jed Wallace in the 80th, causing us to lose that game in the Championship. We then lost in the quarter-finals of the Carabao Cup away to Brighton. Neil Maupay's goal getting the job done for Brighton at the Amex. Since then, though, we've kind of got things back and kind of ticking towards the right way. Back-to-back victories against Birmingham and Stoke before losing again on the road to Preston North End. We've advanced a little bit in the FA Cup as well. We're now into the 5th round. We've beaten Swansea and then we beat Spurs. As I said, January, definitely, once the games have sort of cleared up a bit. If you look at December, absolutely ridiculous. 12th, 15th, 19th, 22nd, 26th, 29th, absolutely abysmal. So many games. I'm not surprised we lost quite a few of them. Moving things forward. But yeah, we beat Swansea 3-1 in the 3rd round. Lolly and Graben doing the business there, all inside 10 minutes. Just an absolute blast, and annihilated Swansea there. Beat Millwall 4-0. Return fixture, obviously, from the one we lost last month. Got the job done at the City Ground. We then beat Middlesbrough 1-0 with a 90th minute victory. Then came the victory against Spurs. At the City Ground. I can't remember off the top of my head what their team was like. Joe Hart, Aurier, Dyer, Alderweireld, Reguilon, Højbjerg, Ndombele, Gareth Bale, Dele Alli, Heung-min Son and Harry Kane. And not for the first time this season, we've beaten Premier League opposition. We go through into the next round. We played very well ourselves. We go through into the next round, and then we beat Coventry 5-4. Which is absolutely ridiculous that we've managed to get that done. But there we go. I mean, I guess it 5-3, and then they scored in the 96th minute. 5-3 looks a little bit better, doesn't it? But we take on Barnsley today because the idea was that I was going to go through things and get to the end of January and be like, oh yeah, we've signed all these players. They're coming in on free transfers. None of that has happened. We've signed nobody. So no real changes really. In terms of the Championship, I mentioned in the introduction we are up into 2nd, which we are. As you can see, we are still 4 points adrift of Bournemouth. Bournemouth are definitely doing the business. They are the pace setters in the Premier League, in the Championship, sorry. But we do have the top goal scorer in the division in Lewis Graben, highest average ratings of Freezy and Joe Worrell. And Luke Freeman doing the business in terms of assists as well. 12 assists for Luke Freeman. And 5 player of the matches as well for the former Bristol City man. I do like Luke Freeman. What a player he is. He can play in quite a few positions as well for us, which is absolutely fantastic. But it is nice to see a former Bristol City player doing the business for us in this save. Unfortunately, Bristol City don't have someone doing the business for them in this save because they are in the relegation zone. I believe they've already sacked Nigel Pearson. Ouch. So we take on Barnsley today, and then it's sort of that slog into the final ends of the season. If we go into our tactical meeting, we will make those 7 changes that Paul Trollope has suggested, and this is going to be the team. Samba in goal, Blackett, Figueiredo, McKenna, Ribeiro, Yates, Garner, Knockhart, Krovinovic, Lolly, and then Lewis Graben up top. Obviously, I know I've mentioned Freeman on it has been fantastic, but having him come off the bench sometimes is very, very positive for us as well. 𝘼𝙗𝙤𝙪 again off the bench is not to be sniffed at, although his last 5 games down at a 6.34, not necessarily the best. And we've brought in 𝘼𝙗, he is now a part of the first team as his Finn back. The two players that we did look at previously, I actually think Finn back could probably play in the championship right now. He's not going to be an elite level player in the championship aged 18, but let me know down in the comments if you want to see me give Finn back some game time moving forward. And then obviously 𝘼𝙗, we did touch on last episode, is progressing as you would expect a 17-year-old striker in the first team to progress. So we will submit this team. Obviously, we are struggling in that right back position. Christie is the issue. He is knackered. He is the only right back that we've got, and he has been playing all the minutes, and he is exhausted. So fingers crossed we can get another player that can fill in for him there. We've been on a good run so far, so go and impress me. Obviously, we are at home. We are at the City ground, so it would be nice to get these 3 points. I've not shown you a game for the last couple of episodes where we've absolutely dominated a team and picked up 3 points, so it would be nice to actually finally show you it here. We've got a deadly free kick here inside a minute. Ooh, and it's whipped just over the crossbar. But early warning signs that we could dominate Barnsley in this game. We throw it in here, and we have a opportunity down this left-hand side. Cross comes over, and whoa, what a hit that is from our central attacking midfielder, coming in and absolutely drilling it in. I said the early warning signs were there with that free kick, and you can completely see why here. Great move from both fullbacks, actually, down that left-hand side. And he gets in front of his man and absolutely rifles that one into the back of the net. Very good start for us inside 3 minutes, going a goal to the good. As I said, we were looking dangerous. We were looking positive, and we need to keep the pressure on Bournemouth, who are currently away to Reading. So that's going to be an interesting one to keep an eye on. Fingers crossed we can keep the pressure on despite being 4 points adrift. If we could get a victory here with 3 points and they would drop something to Reading, that would be fantastic. Put us right back into contention after a very, very good January. But they're moving the ball nicely now into our penalty area. Good save from Samba. Wasn't able to hold it. Looked like a powerful shot. Wasn't able to hold it. Parried it. And then we made the defensive clearance thereafter. Styles with this corner and headed over. But Barnsley definitely looking like they're growing back into the game after 20 minutes. 4 shots for them, 2 on target. Doing pretty good things since actually going a goal behind. Maybe the goal has sort of sparked them into a better performance. As things stand in the table, we've opened up a little bit of a gap on Brentford down in 3rd, which is nice to see. I would like to go up as champions. However, naturally, going up completely is the main goal of this season, and that is another nice move. Lolly putting the ball into the penalty area, and Krovnik absolutely burying that one. That is his 2nd of the game. Nice play here. He turns on the burners. I don't know where Graben's absolutely miles away from it as the advance forward in this. Absolutely miles away, and I don't understand why he's so far away. Garner, in it goes, and we head another one over the bar. That was a good set piece opportunity, and it's been wasted. Another one headed just over. Oh, that's a red card. We're seeing a lot of red cards in FM at the moment. Mowat gets the red card there. Alex Mowat gets the straight red. It's a horrendous challenge, and they go down to 10 men. They do have 5 at the back, though. But we go into half-time with that 2-goal lead. Obviously playing against 10 men now. Bournemouth still 0-0, so we're doing our bit. And as are Reading. So I'm going to say, I'm actually delighted with their performance. They're playing really well. I've got a couple players on the bench that I can bring on. Freeman is potentially one of those. So could definitely be an option for us. Bringing on Freezy, or we can just save him for next game. Just keep the players fresh. Keep everybody rotating. Do we have options on the bench for Lewis Graben? We do. 𝘼𝙗 and Glenn Murray. Glenn Murray, I'm sorry, man. I'm going to have to get rid of you at some point. Graben can come off for Taylor. And I don't like the fact that Ryan Yates is on a booking, so Jack Colback can come on as that box-to-box midfielder. And we will continue on after the hour mark. Again, I don't know what it is with Graben. He seems to score off camera, but on camera he's just woeful. Free kick for us into the penalty area, headed again, and that one has finally dropped in at the far post. Goalkeeper was scrambling for it, and it just dropped over the top of him. Good free kick for us, good set piece. Good to see us finally scoring one after missing several corners. Goalkeeper probably should have done a little bit better there, but we take a good positive 3-goal lead into this final 20 minutes at home against Barnsley. Barnsley obviously are in 6th. They are having a good season themselves. So it is actually quite an impressive performance from the boys here. Long ball again. Long ball caught us out last time. Woodrow's there. We get an initial block, but Woodrow's there, and he does fire in his 11th goal of the season. No clean sheet to be had by us this time. A little bit sloppy here. The ball over the top has caught us out again. Block here from Woodrow's initial effort, but both guys going towards the ball is not really what you want there. Reading holding Bournemouth as things stand to a 0-0 draw, which would be a great result for us. If anything, Reading have scored, and Dominic Solanke scored in the 94th minute to rescue a draw, it would look like, for Bournemouth. It means we close the gap, though. It means we do close that gap to just 2 points now. We get through things pretty nicely. I'm still sort of not happy with the striker situation, so maybe Taylor's going to get a little bit more of it. I'm going to say, played well, but don't get complacent. I don't understand why players have taken offence to that. Just warning against complacency. Obviously, we're a point ahead of Brentford, and then we got a little bit of a gap, but we really don't want to be in the lottery of the playoffs come the end of the season. Wycombe Wanderers away up next for us, just as the transfer window is about to close. I have no real intentions in selling any star players. So we will move things forward. Obviously, my scouts are trying to do bits here. This is one that I've not seen before. Is he any good? Probably not good enough for the Premier League, if you ask me. So obviously, Championship, we go 2 points behind Bournemouth now. Definitely closing that gap. Fingers crossed we can overturn them at the end of the season. I would take going up in second, but I'd rather go up in top. So let's take a look at the schedule. Obviously, after losing to Preston, a very, very good January. So I'm going to skip through February, and actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to bring you back at the end of February for Nottingham Forest away at Derby. We are taking on Derby at Pride Park. It's going to be an absolute monster of a tie. I was almost about to swear then, but I didn't. It's going to be a big, big tie. So hopefully you guys can come back for it on Friday's episode at 5 p.m. UK. But that's where I'm going to leave things for today, guys. If you have enjoyed it, don't forget to drop a like on the video down below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new around here, and ring that bell so you're told each and every time that we upload a video in this series, because you are not going to want to miss that game against Derby County. I will be back with that video at 5 p.m. on Friday. Hopefully, I'll see you guys there.